Good evening, all. So I'm back with another reading, and this time it will be on Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, recently you've been hearing me say, I don't believe it, I can't believe it, this is unreal, this is unbelievable. And it's because I'm used to reading for my family members and for my friends. And I mean, nobody's normal. Everyone has their quirks, but I would say most people don't have all these serious issues popping up. Normally, I read on my friends, I read on my family members, and you tell them, they usually want to know, does this guy like me? Will I ever get married? Would I have children? Am I switching to a new job? And those things are pretty easy to read and they're normal to me. And I remember growing up as a little kid, 6, 7, 8 years old. I remember my mom reading the cup to her nieces when they were teenagers if they liked the guy, and she would tell them, yeah, you're gonna go with this guy and this and that. But reading for these people, like when I read for Trump and when I read for McConnell and now for Ghislaine Maxwell, these things are extraordinary. They're extraordinary. These are not normal people. These people have issues. These people have severe problems. They're not like, we think our problems are big. These people have serious problems. And the most odd and peculiar situations pop up in the cup. And I never read things like this. I mean, I thought I'd seen it all, but reading this Ghislaine Maxwell cup was unbelievable. It was even hilarious. As tragic as as her life has been, and all the tragedy that she's brought upon and the sadness that she's brought upon these kids. I mean, it's just, you gotta laugh in order not to cry, because these things are out of this world. They're extraordinary. That's the word I keep using. They're not normal. And these people are certainly not normal. And they're completely crazy. That's the only thing I can say. I mean, as unpolitically correct as that sounds, they're completely crazy. Okay, so here it is. So Ghislaine Maxwell was Epstein's girlfriend. Apparently, she was his pimp. She used to convince. Okay, so she would entice these little girls, or Jeffrey Epstein would entice these little girls to come and join him or work for him. He would get other girls that he had already coiled in or fished in, hooked up, to go and get more recruits. And then Elaine Maxwell, by the way, she's a billionaire. She was born into a very powerful and rich family. She had no need to do this. She would assure the mothers, these girls' moms, that everything was okay, that she will look after them. And okay, so I'm a woman, and if I see another, woman who's sweet and nice and so pretty and seems genuine and honest and has no need for money, telling me that she just wants to help my child get into college, I mean, who wouldn't be fooled? I mean, any one of us could have been fooled. But she had no need to do this, and in a way, I feel sorry for her, but I can't help but think this is what kind of she deserves. This is what the outcome of every action that she has taken. This is her pay the piper moment. Okay, so here we go. So this is a cup on Elaine Maxwell, and I'm gonna start with wherever the handle is. That's the soonest or the most promptest, when things are gonna happen the soonest. Okay, so here she is, and she's already talking to her lawyers. She's talking to her lawyers. And I got this little thing to help me out so I can show you guys. So this is her, a tall, I don't know how tall she is, but she comes out tall in the cup. So she seems to be a tall brunette woman talking to her, a heavy set man, her lawyer. And in between them, there's going to be another death. So Jeffrey Epstein passed away. Allegedly, he hung himself. There's plenty of conspiracy theories flying around there. I don't know what happened. Seems suspicious to me, but Again, I don't know. I can't say one way or the other. I haven't decided to pour energy into finding out whether he killed himself or not. Frankly, at this point, he's dead. We gotta move on. So, besides Jeffrey Epstein, there's another dead person, another corpse. Somebody else will die that's entangled in this mess. And it's not her. So far, she's not gonna die, according to the cup. Later on, we'll do another cup and see where she stands. But as of now, she's still very much alive and kicking. There is going to be lawsuit after lawsuit. This is her lawyer, again. And more lawsuits, more documents, more papers. And it's all going to be to... I think the word would be civil lawsuits, because it seems like the people that are suing them, they're after money. Now, I typically don't like to say, yes, they did it, or so-and-so did this, or so-and-so did that. No, they didn't. No, they did this, or no, they did that. Now, I'm reading the cup, and according to the cup, yes, the allegations are real. Jeffrey Epstein did do these things, and she knew about it. I don't know if she partook or not, but she knew about it. There's going to be 2 girls suing. I don't know if I could get this. I'm so bad at this. Okay. So there's going to be 2 girls suing. And I will venture to say that the first girl is when these things happened to her, she was very young. She was a teenager. And it's on the tall side, a thin blonde girl. And she's going to bring a lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell. And we will know this girl because she, like I just said, she is tall and she's thin and she's blonde. Her lawyer is very heavy. Her lawyer has a belly, like a Santa Claus belly. So when we see this lawyer coming up on TV, or when we hear about him, and we see that he's a heavy set, kind of Santa belly kind of guy, that is the lawyer of the tall, blonde, thin, young girl. And this is the part of the cup that made me the saddest, because they are so young. You know, when you're really young, you tend to be like a ruler. You don't have much curves, and you just pubescent. You just hit your flowering moment. You just hit your hormones turning you into a woman. It's this kind of situation. And so this girl is going to get a heavy set lawyer, male. Now there's another girl who was even younger than this blonde girl, and she's a brunette, and she wears her head back like in some sort of bun, a ponytail. And she must have been 12, 13, or 14 years old when this happened to her. And her lawyer is going to be a woman. When you see a woman lawyer. So far in the cup, we have 2 girls bringing in a lawsuit against her. Against Ghislaine Maxwell. There's going to be a family member of hers trying to protect her and her assets. So someone is going to try to guard her property. When you see these big things like that with a long line on the top, that's usually a home, a building, a place of work. It's usually a property. This thing keeps going on. So this family member of hers is guarding her property.